One in particular comes to mind first. 160 million Americans or thereabouts got a stimulus payment last year. Is that taxable?
That is not taxable. So good news, right? So if you got $1,200 or $500 per kid, maybe you were one of the few people who got that extra $600 at the end of December, that's not taxable. But here's what's really important. A lot of people said they were missing their stimulus payments, or they got less than they thought. Maybe they had a child and the IRS didn't know that. If that's the case for you, you are going to file your taxes and you are going to focus on, ready for this, line 30 of your form, because that's the recovery rebate credit. If you think you are due money, focus on that, make sure you fill that out, and be sure that you get the money you're due.
All right, very good to know. Stimulus payments not taxable. What about the 22 million Americans who were unemployed at some point last year and they got unemployment money? Is that taxable?
That is taxable. Unemployment benefits, whether it came through the CARES Act, whether it came through your state of residence, totally taxable. Now, some people had withholding. That's good. But on the federal level, unemployment benefits are taxable. Here's something else to remember. There are actually 15 states that do not levy tax on unemployment benefits. Check to see if you're on this list, because then you might be able to avoid it. But unfortunately, unemployment, it's seen as income, tax is income. I guess the only good news is you didn't get taxed like in the FICA sense. You didn't pay into Social Security on these dollars.
Okay. Now, if you were lucky enough to keep a job, many millions of Americans have been doing that job from home since basically March of last year. Does that mean they can write off the portion of their home they're using as an office?
This is probably the most frequently asked question that I got last summer when people were filing their taxes on an extension. Here's the deal. In 2017, we had a new tax law, and it basically said no office deduction for anyone who's an employee. If you're a W-2 wage earner, you can deduct a portion of your residence or your rent if you are self-employed. You've got to use one room or a part of your house on a regular basis, and you can't have another office somewhere else. So the rules are pretty tight. Again, if you are a W-2 wage earner, sorry, you paid for that stand-up desk and the new chair all on your own.